Good evening, hello, welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. Today is Monday the 13th of January. You join me at the beginning of another training week, so training for mainly Manchester Marathon at the minute, however, trying to keep ticking over on the bike and in the pool. So firstly, because I take it you guys have probably clicked off by Wednesday or Thursday, thanks for clicking on this video, really appreciate it. The support I've been getting recently has blown me away, to be honest, so cheers, certainly motivational. So, I'll stop whining on. Tonight's session on the watt bike, 1 hour in total, 5 minutes at threshold, which is 367 watts, and then 5 minutes recovery, and then 2 times 15 minutes at sweet spot. So the first one was 337 watts, and the second one was 338 watts. So pretty much bang on the numbers. That might sound like, oh, it must have been easy then. It was quite hard. My legs are quite tired from last week's running. If you haven't seen last week's video, it's down below somewhere. So I found that I was working hard to get the power, then I was too much power, then too little power, but it evened out to be about the right figure. It wasn't a smooth session, if I'm honest, but got it done nonetheless. I've got a little bit of an announcement. Or not an announcement, an update. I don't know what I'm going to call it. Something too exciting. But I thought about not mentioning this, but then I thought, oh yeah, I can't keep my mouth shut about anything. So, the Outlaw events, if you've done them before, you'll know that it's a mass participation event, so there's 1,500 people that do it. They also have an elite start, so the people who, I think on the... I found out the full distance doesn't have it, it's just the half distances. So I think you start 2 minutes before the rest of the field, and if you're going to go under 4:30 or you've been under 4:30 before for a half Ironman, then you can get an elite start. Now, I didn't do this last year because I did 4:39, so I didn't warrant it. Some point over Christmas, I had a bit of a delirious moment, I don't know why, and I emailed Outlaw basically, I won't show you the email because it was so beggy, honestly, asking if I could have an elite start, because I figure if I'm going to take triathlon series this year, if I'm going to try and get a Kona slot, I need to be in the race. And starting at the front gives myself the best chance I can of being in the race. So I emailed Outlaw and asked if I could have an elite start, and I gave them my times over the last couple of years, etc. And they've said yes. So, hence to me getting back in the pool last week and really cracking on with this training. I cannot, I mean, me not swimming is a bit of a joke, but what's more of a joke is getting out of the water 10 minutes down. I cannot be in that position over a half Ironman distance. So it's really motivated me to kickstart some training. Now, I'm not saying that I'm an elite triathlete by any means. I do hope I'm going to go under 4 hours 30, so hopefully I'll warrant the elite start, but it's more putting myself out of my comfort zone, starting in a smaller field of perhaps 30 or 40 people. I'm probably still going to get dropped in the swim, then I'm going to have to try and ride myself back into the race, but that is what a race is like, I think, so I'm going to give it a good go. So, nervous times. Wagwan, it is now Tuesday evening. I ran 5 miles at lunchtime today, but I didn't pick the camera up, so did it even happen? Who knows? Tonight is normally a track session. I'm still training with the same group, but we're going to do a hill effort session tonight in the local area in the town. So it'll consist of a couple of miles warm up, probably some tempo running, and then some hill efforts, and probably some tempo running, and then a warm down. I'll let you know how it goes afterwards. The track is actually, well, all the juniors aren't training tonight because it's forecast rain, and biblical rain I might call it, and 40-mile-an-hour winds. But luckily our coach has said we can do some hill efforts, so great, really thankful for the dedication. But honestly we are. Just got to get it done, haters. I should know better by now. I know that session wasn't going to go well. I normally have like a 4 o'clock, not a meal, but like a little bowl of rice and beans, probably a meal actually, before a run session in the evening, but I didn't get time today, so I only had a sandwich and a bag of crisps at lunch. Ran at lunch, and then obviously running tonight. I felt pants from the start. We did a tempo effort for 6 minutes, and I was only just under 7-minute mile, and I knew it wasn't going to go well. And then I did some hill efforts. We were supposed to do 20. I did 6 and pulled the pin, just jogged back steady. So I've done like 7.2 mile, but the last 2 or 3 miles I was grovelling. So I've just stopped at a petrol station because I feel shaky and weak and pathetic. Got some Skittles and a full sugar can of Coke. I feel like I'm on a training camp and I'm bonked. Good afternoon, Wednesday afternoon. You know what I'm going to say. 5 miles, 7.5 minute mile in. Did mile 3 at a tempo, but it wasn't that fast, but just striding on a little bit. Ooh, keep calm. Wednesday evening. I cannot explain how fuming I am. I've just gone to get on the bike, get out with the South Normanton Cycling Club, first ride for a while. My DR2 battery's dead. I fitted the new one, charged it, fine, and I come to it tonight, and it's dead. 5 red light flashes, whatever that means, but the new battery means I can diagnose it over the app, so when I've calmed down a bit, I'm going to diagnose it, but unplanned rest evening tonight. Good evening, it's Thursday evening. We're just trying to talk ourselves out of going for a run, but we are going to go, aren't we?
If you say so.
Yeah, we're taking Liz out and Liz's friend out for a run. Sorry, Liz. So the plan is we're going to do between 5 and 6 miles, just nice and steady. Then I'm going to try and do some hills at the end, the hills that I missed on Tuesday, play a bit of catch up. Weather is horrible, it's windy, cold, rainy, but just gotta get it done, haven't we? What the hell, man? Liz, why is it so windy? Oh man, we're nearly on 7 miles, so I'm just going to steady jog back. Oh my god, this headwind is, well, you can't even hear me. This wind's brutal. So that was it. Well, how far have we done this? 7.25 miles.
Yep.
Tough, wasn't it, in the wind?
Very tough.
I would have been to Tesco, got some soy milk. Great.
And some crisps.
Oh, don't show them then. It's only hula hoops, they've got a hole in half its air. See you later. Good evening, it's Friday evening. I'm in a car park, it's about 9:30 at night. It's absolutely freezing, so I'm going to keep this very brief. I have done a fair bit of training today, but I've documented it in a day in the life of video, so keep your eyes peeled for that soon, or you've already seen it if I've dropped it before. I'm not entirely sure what my YouTube schedule is going to be, but essentially I did 3 hours on the bike this morning indoors. I've done 5.5 miles running this afternoon, just steady with a few strides, and then I've done a swim session tonight, mainly technique based. So good day's training, and now it's on to the weekend. Good morning, Saturday morning. It's about 10:15. I've really not been very prompt this morning, but getting out for a long, steady run. Hoping to do, I don't know, 12, 14 miles plus maybe, but just nice and steady. Feeling a bit tired from the big training day yesterday, so don't need to do anything silly, but I do need to build the miles up, so see you on the other side. Oh man, that wasn't good. I think I'm just knackered. I'm just on 9.2 miles in 1 hour and 13, so that's just under 8 minute miling, but it felt terrible. I already resigned myself to the fact it was going to be a steady run, so I just set off steady and held it steady. But I just didn't feel good. My running form was sloppy and all over the place. I was running like a sack of potatoes, if I'm honest. But at least I've got a lot of running. It's not quite marathon, it's probably not even half marathon training, but it's more consistent miles. I think I might try and knock the mileage back a little bit next week and try and do more quality mileage rather than the big volume. But it's all a learning curve, isn't it? If anyone's got any tips for marathon training, please let me know. Good morning, happy Sunday. Good morning from Bramcote Hills Park in Nottingham. And this is the last round of the Boo Decorators League Cross Country. So I have got one more cross country in a couple of weeks, but this is the last league cross country for the club. So here I am, walking around some woodland, trying to find the perfect tree to mark my territory on. It's only about 4 miles this route, but it's hilly off-road. There's a big hill behind me, we go up that a couple of times. So it should be good. The ground's pretty frozen, so it's not really too muddy, but I imagine it'll get churned up as we get going, so see you on the other side. Oh, that was hard. Came 26th, that's my best finish of all the series, that, so I had a good run. It was quite tactical, it was quite tight towards the finish. If you look behind me up there in the trees, it's a single track for about maybe 0.2 of a mile downhill. So before that, there was a steep uphill, and I was in a group of 4 or 5, and I knew that if I got to the front of that group, they'd struggle to get past me on the downhill. So I got to the front just at the top of the climb, just emptied myself, and thought to try to hang on down the hill. Then only lost one place coming down the hill to the finish, so well done for that. Felt like I was actually racing, so yeah, solid workout, 4.2 miles, just under 7 minute miling, so it was about half an hour running. Just going to go for a steady warm down now, and that's it, job done. Another fun cross country tucked away. Hello, Sunday afternoon, 4th time record this clip, 4th time lucky. First of all, check out who's back in action. Canyon is back in one piece and working. I didn't actually fix it. As you saw earlier this week, the battery died again. So I took it to a man in a shop who actually knew what he was doing, unlike me, who was just a buffoon who just faffed around with everything. So I took it to a shop called UK in Shirebrook in Mansfield. It's an actual Shimano sort of workshop, so they've got all the relevant diagnostic tools, everything basically needed to tell me what was wrong with it. Long story short, or long story long, the battery needed a firmware update, so did the group set, and so did my charger. Who knew that a charger needed a firmware update? Ridiculous. So, anyway, it's all sorted. I mean, I'm not going to get too excited, it's obviously all working now, but I'm going to test it over the next few days, make sure it still absolutely works. But if it does work, at least it's working, but that will have meant that I've spent £100 on a battery that I didn't need, because the guy says that both batteries are absolutely fine, but oh well. So, Sunday afternoon, as I already mentioned, just out for a steady spin, just trying not to fall off on all this ice that's everywhere. Oh my God. So yeah, I'm just noodling home. I've just done 10 miles just to spin the legs out. It's freezing, but it's good to be outside on the bike again. So that rounds off, I think, about an 11-hour week of training, about 870 training stress score points, so another solid week. But probably the most key part for me is 45 miles of running, so another consistent week of running. Leading into Manchester Marathon, 11 weeks to go. Ah! If you haven't already, click that subscribe button down below. Go on. Cheers. I'll see you very soon. Bye.